welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. I'm pretty sure you all had a blast this Diwali, since after 2 years we celebrated Diwali in a proper way. So I'm sure you did the same and you had lots of fun with your friends and family. Now that Diwali is over, let's get back to some learning English again. Today I am going to give you the difference between how to use already, still and yet. A lot of people must have confusion regarding these words because they all have very similar meanings, but the use is very different. So I'm going to tell you about how you are going to use these three words and why there is so much confusion regarding these words. Okay, so let's move ahead and begin today's topic. So like I said, today we will look at the difference between how to use already, still and yet. So let's see what's the difference. Already means something that happened before it was expected to happen. Okay, something already happened. Okay, so that's the meaning of already. Let's look at still. Still means that something is going on, it is ongoing, and particularly when it was supposed to end earlier but it hasn't ended and it is still going on. So that is why we used still, something that is ongoing. Already is where something is over before it was expected to be over. Still means that something is ongoing and it is not over when it was expected to be over. Now what about yet? Yet means that something that we expected either has happened or hasn't happened. Usually we use the word yet at the end of a sentence. I will give you examples to clarify all of these so that you will know why the difference is there and how you can use these three words. When you can use already, still and yet. Remember that yet is always used at the end of a sentence. Okay. So now coming back to already, let me give you few examples. So like I mentioned, already means that something is over before it was expected to be over. Okay. So let's look at an example. He has already done the shopping. Now he is watching TV. So you have maybe asked one of your brother or you have asked your son to do some shopping. So he has already done the shopping and now he is watching TV. So he has finished the task before it was expected to be finished. Okay, so this is where you are using already, something that gets over before it is expected. I hope you got this one. Now let's look at another example. Have you already taken the money? So you are asking maybe the shopkeeper or you are asking a friend that have you already taken the money. So you maybe have expected that the person will take it later, but that person has collected the money already. So here you are using already. Have you collected the money already? Now let's look at another example. I have already seen the movie. I don't want to watch it again. So maybe one of your friends has asked you if you want to come and watch a movie, but you have already watched it. So you are using the word already because that friend was expecting that you haven't watched the movie, but you already have. So here we are using already. I have already seen the movie and I don't want to watch it again. So I hope you got the idea why and how we are using already. So you will use already wherever a task has been done before it was expected. I hope I am clear enough. Now moving on to still. I'll give you examples to understand how you're going to use the word still. So like I have mentioned that here when it comes to still, something is ongoing which was expected to be over a lot earlier. Okay, so something that is still going on, that is why we are using still. Now let's look at some examples. Is your father still working at the same organization? So you are asking a friend if your father is still working at the same organization. Maybe you expected that he must have quit or he must have moved to a different company or an organization, but that hasn't happened and it is still ongoing. He is still working at the same place. So here we will use the word still. So you asked that is he still working at the same company or same organization? Let's look at another example. The baby is still crying. Now you have a baby and you expected that she or he will be going to sleep, but the baby is still crying. You are unable to comfort the child, okay? You are unable to comfort the baby somehow and she is still crying or he is still crying. So since it is ongoing, you expected it to be over earlier, but it is not. So it is ongoing. The baby is still crying. So here in this sentence you are using still. The baby is still crying. I hope you understood how you are going to use still. Now let's look at another example. Are you still playing basketball? Now you are again maybe talking with a friend and you are asking him that if he is still continuing playing basketball. So maybe again you expected that that person has quit or your friend has quit, but he hasn't. He is still playing basketball. So here you are using still. Are you still playing basketball? I hope you got the idea that how you are going to use still. Still is used when something is going on beyond it was expected to be over. Let's move on to yet. So when it comes to yet means that something that was expected has either happened or hasn't happened. Okay, so and we use the word yet. How? I'll give you some examples. You will get an idea how it is used. She won't have sent the email yet. Now you are talking about a person, maybe at your office, one of your colleague. So you are expecting that she won't have sent. You know positively that she won't have sent the email for whatever reasons, okay? So it was expected to be sent, but it hasn't been sent, okay? Or it has been sent. But here you are not talking about has or hasn't. You are talking about that she won't have sent for whatever reasons it may be, or you know that it is not the time, maybe it's not the time to send the email, so you know that she won't have sent the email yet. Now here you are using the word yet at the end of the sentence. So maybe you have an idea that maybe it is not the time for her to send the email, so you are saying that she won't have sent the email yet. Now let's look at another example. She has bought a new dress, but she hasn't worn it yet. Now here you are talking about a friend, maybe some person, that she has bought a dress, but she hasn't worn it yet. So you positively know that yes, she bought the dress, but she hasn't worn it yet. She may wear it later. She may wear it tomorrow or some other day, but she hasn't worn it yet. So something that was expected that maybe by now or maybe she won't wear it, okay? So you are ending the sentence with yet by saying that she bought the dress but she hasn't worn it yet because you haven't seen her wearing it, okay? So it was expected that maybe she would have worn, but she hasn't. So she hasn't worn it yet. Now let's look at another example. He hasn't watered the plants yet. Again here you are talking about someone you have asked to water the plants, or you have asked one of your family members to water the plants, and that person hasn't done it yet. So you don't know that if he's going to water it or maybe he will water it. Okay, so it has two possibilities. if you notice that in all of these cases, the situation is it could be or could not be. There are two possibilities. It will happen or it may not happen as expected. Okay, so we are using the word yet at the end of the sentence. So the example says that he hasn't watered the plants yet. He may water it, he may not water it. We don't know that. Okay, so it has two possibilities. So in all of these cases, you will be using the word yet at the end of the sentences. So I hope you understood. So yet is used when there are two possibilities. It could happen, it could not happen as expected. Okay, so I hope you understood the difference between already, still and yet. What is the difference and how you are going to use this, and I hope there will be no confusion anymore how to use it. So let me sum it up very quickly. Already means something that was expected to be over a bit later, but it happened earlier. But when it comes to still, something that was supposed to end early is still going on. And when it comes to yet, something that was supposed to happen has two possibilities. It either has happened or it hasn't happened. Okay, and when it comes to yet, you always use the word yet at the end of the sentence. I hope I was successful enough to simplify this all these words and the meaning and how you're going to use it. I hope there will be no more confusion for you to use these three words. If you've understood and if this has made you clear about these three words, about the use of these three words, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you have any more doubts, that too you can put it in the comments below. I will help you further whatever questions you have. Okay, now with that I come to the end of this topic. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was simple enough to understand. If you have liked the video, please hit the like button. Do share it with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon so you'll get notifications every time I upload a video. I will see you soon in another video. Until then, keep learning, keep growing and keep practicing. Take care and goodbye.